Okay, let's unpack this. In the grand tapestry of epic tales, our attention often gets drawn to the towering figures. The valiant warriors, the destined kings, the powerful wizards. We celebrate the Aragorns, the Gandalfs, the Frodos, and the Sams.
Mm-hmm. Big names.
Right. But what about those quiet, unassuming characters who, against all odds, manage to pivot the entire narrative?
Yeah, the ones you maybe don't notice at first.
Exactly. The ones who start as what seems like minor footnotes, only to evolve into genuine game changers.
That's a great way to put it.
Today, our deep dive is all about two such extraordinary yet initially overlooked characters, Meriadoc Brandybuck and Peregrine Took.
Merry and Pippin.
We're zeroing in on their surprising and profound evolution in J.R.R. Tolkien's The Two Towers, viewed specifically through the pivotal lens of the Uruk-hai chapter.
A really crucial chapter for them.
Totally. We'll be exploring how these two hobbits, who begin as little more than terrified captives, become crucial catalysts in the unfolding war for Middle-earth, ultimately proving that heroism truly wears many different, often unexpected cloaks.
And to guide us through this fascinating transformation, we've meticulously drawn upon two comprehensive analyses of the Uruk-hai chapter. One's called Merry and Pippin, From Captives to Catalysts, and the other is the Uruk-hai, Merry and Pippin's Perilous Escape.
Good stuff.
Yeah, and these sources don't just recount events, they provide an incredibly detailed look at the Hobbit's perilous journey, delving into the rich thematic layers and, Tolkien's masterful storytelling techniques.
So they really dig deep.
They really do. They pull back the curtain on how seemingly small moments, born of desperation and courage, contribute to the grand narrative, and how characters you might initially dismiss can hold the keys to monumental shifts.
So our mission today, what we really want to do,
Yeah, dig into it.
is pull out those key bits, those nuggets of knowledge and insight from the analyses, and show you how, fear, chaos, even a bit of luck.
A crucial bit of luck.
Right, how that starts to change these two hobbits into, well, figures who really matter historically, within Middle-earth, obviously, but also as these powerful examples.
Definitely. And by the end, you'll hopefully have a new lens, a deeper appreciation for how even the smallest players can shape the biggest outcomes.
Absolutely.
What's striking here, I think, is how Tolkien uses these characters to explore fundamental ideas about courage, destiny, and the unexpected power of nature.
Right, big themes.
Huge themes, all while keeping you utterly engrossed in their plight right on the edge of your seat.
Yeah, it's not just an academic exercise.
Not at all. This isn't just a chapter analysis. It's a look at how deeply relatable themes are woven into a fantastical narrative. It offers those satisfying aha moments and a unique perspective on a classic tale, highlighting universal truths that resonate far beyond, the borders of Middle-earth. You'll see how even within a story of such epic proportions, the most profound lessons often emerge from the most unlikely places and, well, individuals.
Okay, so let's dive in. We begin this deep dive with Merry and Pippin in a truly dire situation. I mean, almost unthinkable for two hobbits fresh from the Shire.
Totally out of their depth.
Captured by Saruman's Uruk-hai. Now, these aren't just any common orcs, are they? The sources make it abundantly clear.
No, absolutely not. These are different.
They're a terrifying new breed, a distinct and horrifying product of a dark wizard's twisted ambition and corrupted lore.
Yeah, Saruman's finest.
Tolkien imbues them with a palpable sense of dread. He emphasizes their superior strength, their chilling intelligence, and a grim discipline that sets them apart from the squabbling, disorganized rabble of typical orcs.
That discipline is key.
It really is. Our sources highlight how Tolkien vividly portrays their relentless nature. These Uruk-hai don't just march. They move with an almost industrial precision, covering vast distances at a great stride and tireless pace, their rasping, guttural cries cutting through the night.
It's genuinely terrifying to imagine.
Right. Imagine being Merry or Pippin, wrenched from the comforting familiarity of the Shire, thrust into a world of incomprehensible terror. Suddenly, you're surrounded by creatures of pure, malevolent purpose who don't just want to hurt you, but who possess a cold, calculated objective.
It's not just physical danger.
No, it's not just a physical threat hanging over them. It's a profound psychological torment, a suffocating despair that threatens to overwhelm their very spirit. The sources really stress the hobbits' palpable fear and confusion, almost allowing you to feel their panicked heartbeats.
And looking at the wider implications, The Uruk-hai are far more than mere antagonists in this chapter. They embody a direct manifestation of Saruman's dark will.
Right, his corruption made flesh, almost.
Exactly, his twisted mastery over life itself. Their very nature vividly highlights the insidious corruption spreading through Middle-earth. They represent an industrialized, organized evil.
Which feels different, more modern, almost, in a disturbing way.
It is unsettling, yeah. More efficient than the traditional brute force darkness of Sauron's older hordes. They are presented as a truly terrifying force, a deliberate, engineered creation designed for efficiency, speed, and utter destruction.
Not just monsters, but soldiers.
Precisely. Their strength isn't just raw, crude power. It's coupled with a chilling intelligence and a horrifying discipline that sharply distinguishes them from other orc breeds.
Yeah.
This makes them a chilling symbol of Saruman's corrupted power and his ambition to forge a new, darker order, driven by a perverse kind of, well, scientific advancement, if you want to call it that.
Uruk, it signals a profound shift in the very nature of the war, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's no longer just about shadowy hordes.
No, it's about this insidious, technologically driven evil that reflects a dark mirror to corrupted progress.
So despite these overwhelming odds and their complete lack of battle experience, I mean, let's remember, these are hobbits.
It's Shire folk, comforts of home.
Accustomed to comfy armchairs, 7 meals a day. Maybe the biggest danger is running out of pipeweed.
Exactly.
The sources are keen to point out that Merry and Pippin aren't simply cowering. There's an immediate flicker of something more profound.
They don't just succumb.
Which would be entirely understandable. But no, we see immediate evidence of their quick thinking and determination, even amidst their fear, as emphasized in the analyses we studied.
They're observing.
They are bruised, bound, utterly terrified. But crucially, they are observing, they're calculating, they're trying to grasp their horrifying situation and desperately searching for any glimmer of hope, however faint.
It's not about heroics with a sword.
Not at this point, no.
It's about a quiet internal resilience that keeps them from breaking. A refusal to surrender their minds, even when their bodies are captive.
And that really prompts the question, doesn't it? What truly defines courage?
Exactly. And here, Tolkien powerfully reminds us that courage doesn't require imposing size, advanced age, or, formidable weaponry.
It's not about being Aragorn.
No. Sometimes it only takes quick thinking and a resilient heart. Think about Pippin's small, desperate kick against the Uruk-hai when he sees a chance.
A seemingly tiny act.
Tiny, maybe futile seeming, yet as our sources point out, it demonstrated a flicker of defiance crucial to their psychological survival. And importantly, it got a message to Merry.
Right, the brooch.
The brooch, exactly. Or Merry's quiet observation of the Uruk-hai's route and their subtle communications. These aren't grand heroics in the traditional sense.
No flag-waving charges.
No, they're the embodiment of a unique hobbit courage. A fierce, quiet persistence rooted not in brawn, but in unwavering resolve, sharp wits, and almost stubborn hope. Their initial actions, though minor in scale, demonstrate a profound level of resourcefulness. It powerfully highlights that bravery is not solely about physical strength or grand declarative gestures.
It's more nuanced.
Much more. It's about intelligence, about knowing the right timing to act or to wait, and about possessing a deep moral resolve that simply refuses to be extinguished. It's a quiet defiance that keeps them intact.
And that dramatically subverts typical heroic archetypes, doesn't it? They are not born warriors, yet they embody a type of bravery that is relatable and accessible to anyone.
Totally relatable. It challenges our own assumptions about what truly makes someone courageous. Is it only the bold charge into battle?
Or is it also the quiet persistence?
The refusal to yield even when despair seems the only rational path. Tolkien shows us that courage is far more nuanced and universal than we might initially perceive.
Okay, and it's here where things take a truly dramatic and, well, utterly unpredictable turn. The Uruk-hai's relentless march, this terrifying procession,
Their disciplined advance
is suddenly and violently interrupted. Chaos erupts. The relatively ordered terror Merry and Pippin have been enduring is replaced by an even more terrifying, uncontrolled pandemonium.
all hell breaks loose, basically.
Pretty much. How do these two hobbits, still bound and terrified, manage to navigate this sudden, brutal shift from terrifying order to sheer chaos? And what does it reveal about the fundamental nature of conflict itself?
Well, the analyses we've consulted describe this as a dramatic battle scene. The riders of Rohan, led by Omer, unexpectedly intercept the Uruk-hai band,
Right, the Rohirrim arrive.
igniting a chaotic, brutal skirmish. Imagine the sudden thundering of hooves shaking the very ground beneath them.
Terrifying sounds.
The guttural shouts of orcs clashing with the war cries of men, the horrifying sound of steel meeting steel, and the rapid collapse of what had been an organized, disciplined formation into a desperate, every orc for itself struggle.
Total chaos.
Exactly. The tension here is exquisitely crafted. You feel as though you are lying right there with Merry and Pippin, sharing their intense uncertainty and suspense.
Right there in the mud and the mayhem.
As they lie bound in the midst of this whirlwind of violence, unsure whether liberation or a swift, accidental death awaits them in the maelstrom.
A striking element here, as the sources point out, is how Tolkien uses this scene to powerfully introduce the idea that the world, and especially warfare, is not always a linear black and white affair.
Things aren't always predictable.
The Uruk-hai are undeniably formidable, yes, with their unwavering discipline and their cold, calculated strategies. But their very rigidity, surprisingly, becomes vulnerable to randomness and chaos.
Yeah, their strength becomes a weakness in that moment.
Exactly. When the unexpected attack comes, their rigid order shatters, and they are not equipped to handle the sudden, unpredictable turns of fate that a battle throws at them.
Which underscores this profound theme of the unpredictability of war. Even the most meticulously planned and disciplined forces can be undone by unforeseen circumstances.
By sheer luck.
Or by the unbridled, visceral chaos of battle. It's a powerful statement that success in warfare, or indeed in life, can hinge on factors entirely beyond our control.
Like a sudden shift in wind, a momentary distraction.
Or an unexpected encounter. It compels you, the listener, to consider your own experiences where outcomes have hinged on the seemingly random or unforeseen.
Yeah, how often have your most meticulously laid plans been entirely upended by a sudden, unexpected variable that you simply couldn't account for?
Happens all the time. This scene profoundly reminds us that adaptability and the ability to seize fleeting moments are often more crucial than rigid adherence to a predetermined plan.
So, trapped amidst this violent storm, how do Merry and Pippin respond? Amidst this whirlwind of clashing steel and desperate cries, they don't just passively survive, they actively seize a fleeting window of opportunity.
They see their chance.
Their very survival hinges precisely on this unpredictability and the sudden onset of luck. The sources detail how they managed to exploit the utter confusion, the momentary disarray caused by the Rohirrim attack, to break free.
It's a moment of incredible precision in their timing, driven by sheer, desperate will.
They don't wait for rescue. They understand that this chaotic window is their one chance to create their own.
Right, proactive survival.
Imagine the sheer terror and the surging adrenaline required to make that move, to scramble away from the carnage, knowing that any mistake, any sound, any misstep could mean their immediate demise.
Heart-stopping stuff.
It's not a grand heroic charge. It's a quiet, desperate, and incredibly effective act of self-preservation that fundamentally alters their entire trajectory.
From captives to free agents.
Exactly. And as they flee from the brutal battlefield, leaving the cries of battle behind, Merry and Pippin plunge headfirst into a place shrouded in profound mystery and ancient magic. Fangorn Forest.
And this is absolutely not just any forest.
No way. Tolkien describes it in such a way that it almost feels like a character itself. An ancient, living entity with its own deep will and closely guarded secrets.
It practically breathes on the page.
It really does. Their escape into Fangorn Forest is absolutely crucial for their survival, not only because it offers immediate, dense concealment,
A hiding place.
but because it transports them into a new, entirely different realm of Middle-earth, distinct from the battle-scarred plains they just escaped.
A different kind of danger, maybe, but also different possibilities.
Right. The forest, as our sources highlight, is vibrantly alive in Tolkien's prose, with ancient trees looming overhead, their boughs seemingly whispering and watching.
Creates this immediate, palpable sense of profound age, immense power.
And an almost otherworldly awareness.
Yeah.
It's a place that feels as though it remembers everything that has ever happened beneath its boughs, a sanctuary that seems to breathe with its own ancient rhythm.
So, in the grand scheme of things, this transition from the known, brutal world of orcs and riders to a mystical, ancient forest brings to life the powerful and recurring theme of nature as ally.
Ah, yeah, that's a big one in Tolkien.
Huge. Fangorn isn't just a refuge for the hobbits. It symbolizes a powerful, mysterious, and deeply rooted force in Middle-earth. It serves as a vital counterbalance to the destructive forces of industry and war embodied so chillingly by Saruman and his twisted creations.
Like the Uruk-hai.
Exactly. This shift in setting is profound. It signals a move not just geographically but thematically, from the immediate, palpable danger of captivity to the mystical, the ancient, and the potentially benevolent powers of the natural world.
It's a journey into a space where the very land itself might come to their aid.
And the real brilliance here lies in how this shift offers a sense of cosmic balance within Middle-earth. In a world increasingly threatened by corruption, the grinding engines of war, and industrial blight.
Like Isengard is becoming.
Precisely. Tolkien posits that the forces of nature, ancient and often slow to rouse, can nonetheless rise powerfully to aid the good.
Which provides this crucial wellspring of hope in dark times.
Definitely. A reminder that even when the forces of evil seem overwhelmingly dominant, there are deeper, older powers at play that can still turn the tide.
And significantly, this escape doesn't just ensure their immediate survival. It sets up one of the most enchanting and narratively significant encounters in the Two Towers.
Yeah, this is where Tolkien truly flexes his narrative muscles. It's not just luck that they end up here.
And building on that, what else does Tolkien reveal about his masterful way of crafting narrative? Because his descriptive prose about the forest subtly hints at the hidden power waiting to intervene, doesn't it? Foreshadowing the Ent's critical role without explicitly stating it.
Oh, absolutely.
Every shadowed tree, every murmuring leaf hints at something ancient and profoundly aware. It's almost as if the forest itself is a character with its own intentions.
You've hit on a critical point. Tolkien's descriptive prose doesn't just paint a vivid picture of Fangorn. It imbues the forest itself with a tangible sentience and arguably intention.
You feel it when you read it.
You really do. Every gnarled root, every rustling canopy, every patch of deep shadow feels alive and aware, as though the very air is thick with untold stories.
It's not just pretty writing.
No, this isn't merely scene setting for aesthetic appeal. It's active world building, where the environment itself plays a crucial, deeply foreshadowing role. The pervasive feeling of being watched, the ancient silence punctuated by strange rustlings and creaking branches, it all subtly yet powerfully prepares the reader for the monumental, truly unexpected allies that await the hobbits.
It prepares you for Treebeard.
Exactly. It's a testament to his genius that the forest, through its very description, becomes a character, and one that holds the key to the next pivotal phase of their journey, leading directly to their enchanting and utterly transformative meeting with Treebeard and the Ents.
Yeah.
This careful, almost poetic foreshadowing adds profound layers of depth, making the environment an integral part of the plot's unfolding, rather than just a passive backdrop.
So as we reflect on this harrowing yet pivotal journey, what does this all ultimately mean for Merry and Pippin themselves? The sources we've consulted make it abundantly clear. They emerge from this harrowing experience as far, far more than just the comic relief they might have initially seemed.
They really step up.
Gone are the days of them being merely lighthearted companions tagging along for the ride. They are now courageous, clever, and absolutely vital to the story's momentum.
They're not just passive passengers anymore.
No, they are becoming active participants. Their intelligence, their newfound grit, and their remarkable resilience now shaping the narrative in profound ways.
And the real brilliance here lies in how their escape and subsequent interactions place them directly on the brink of playing a pivotal, indeed instrumental role in the downfall of Saruman's plans.
They're not just surviving, they're poised to become agents of major change.
Exactly. This reinforces a recurring and incredibly powerful Tolkien theme, that the small and seemingly powerless can significantly influence the course of history.
It's maybe the central theme of the whole work, isn't it?
It's certainly one of the biggest, yeah. Just take a moment to consider that. These are two of the smallest beings in Middle-earth, with no inherent magical abilities, no great warrior prowess, no lineage of kings.
Just hobbits.
Just hobbits. Yet they are poised to contribute to the undoing of one of the most formidable, technologically advanced powers of their age.
It's incredible.
It is. And this theme resonates far beyond the pages of a fantasy novel. It compels you to connect this to real-world scenarios where seemingly insignificant actions or individuals can indeed trigger monumental changes.
Yeah, you think of historical moments.
Right. Think of the unsung heroes of social movements. The single inventor whose small idea sparks a global revolution. or the quiet act of defiance that ignites a larger rebellion.
Hmm.
This deep dive into Merry and Pippin's journey should inspire you to reconsider the potential impact of your own small contributions, reminding you that agency and influence are not exclusive to those in positions of obvious power or prominence.
In their story in this chapter, it isn't just about unrelenting peril. It's also a powerful prelude to hope, isn't it?
Hmm.
A beacon in the encroaching darkness.
Absolutely. The sources explain that the chapter effectively bridges the immediate danger of their captivity, with the magic and mystery woven throughout Middle-earth, specifically with the ancient powers of Fangorn.
It's a true narrative pivot point.
It really is. A dramatic shift from terrifying uncertainty to the promise of new, utterly unexpected alliances. You feel the immediate relief of their escape, certainly.
Oh, yeah.
But quickly, that relief is replaced by a sense of wonder and anticipation for what new, uncharted territory their journey will take them.
What's in this forest?
Right. It serves as a prelude to profound hope, showing that despite their vulnerability and the sheer terror they've endured, they are on the verge of discovering not just new allies, but new strengths within themselves that will fundamentally shape the outcome of the war.
They're moving from a desperate sprint for survival into a realm of powerful ancient magic.
Which promises to reshape not just their own immediate fates, but the very fate of Middle-earth itself.
Okay, so beyond the sheer narrative enjoyment and character insights, this deep dive wouldn't be complete without truly appreciating Tolkien's incredible skill as a writer, right?
Oh, definitely. The sources we explored consistently highlight his sheer brilliance in crafting this particular chapter. It's a masterclass in how to manage narrative flow, character perspective, and indeed world building.
And thinking about the bigger picture of his storytelling, this chapter is a prime example of his remarkable ability to show multiple perspectives concurrently.
The split narrative.
While Book 3 of The Two Towers largely follows the relentless, high-stakes pursuit of the Uruk-hai by the desperate trio of Aragorn, Legolas, and Gimli, a thrilling, high-octane chase.
Which is great in itself.
Oh, totally gripping.
Yeah.
But this chapter definitely reminds readers that the story is far, far bigger than any single quest or set of protagonists.
It dramatically broadens the canvas.
It really does, showing us how events unfold simultaneously in different, often unseen corners of Middle-earth, involving characters whose individual journeys are just as vital, even if they aren't engaged in direct frontline combat.
It's a subtle but powerful reminder that the fate of the world rests on many shoulders, not just the main heroes.
And this structural choice, shifting focus away from Aragorn's relentless pursuit to the Hobbit's isolated plight, it enriches the world building immensely, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. It creates a profound sense that Middle-earth isn't just a linear stage for one main quest, but a vast, living, breathing world where countless simultaneous narratives are unfolding.
Each with its own stakes and significance.
Exactly. It makes the world feel truly immense and interconnected, showing how seemingly isolated events and individual struggles weave into the grand tapestry, even if they're not always front and center in the main hero's journey.
Yeah, it gives it that depth.
This technique truly immerses you in the multifaceted reality of Tolkien's creation, deepening your appreciation for its complexity.
Tolkien also masterfully manipulates pacing here, doesn't he? It's almost a direct reflection of the Hobbit's emotional state, mirroring their experience moment by moment.
Yeah, the rhythm changes completely.
The sources explain how the pacing is rapid, tense, and uncertain, perfectly capturing the Hobbits' fear and their frantic scramble for survival.
Yeah.
You feel their breathlessness, their constant anxiety.
Their desperate quick thinking as they are dragged along, then escape. It's a truly visceral experience for the reader.
It really puts you there. This breathless, urgent pace then contrasts beautifully with the deliberate, measured, almost stately march of the riders of Rohan that we saw in the previous chapter.
Right, that feeling of relentless pursuit versus frantic escape.
Exactly. It gives us a true sense of the vastness and varying rhythms of Middle-earth's conflict. It's a powerful shift that keeps you on the absolute edge of your seat, experiencing the story through their eyes, feeling their dread and their sudden surges of hope.
And this prompts us to consider how atmosphere is not just built, but sustained and evolves throughout a narrative. Beyond the masterful pacing, we already touched on this, but Tolkien's descriptive prose, It brings Fangorn to life in such a visceral way.
It becomes almost a character itself.
Active and aware, every shattered tree, every murmuring leaf, every ancient root hints at the hidden ancient power waiting to intervene.
That subtle yet potent foreshadowing of the Ent's critical role later on.
The air itself feels ancient, heavy with unrevealed secrets, the very ground underfoot seeming to remember millennia. This detailed, immersive world building isn't just for aesthetic appeal.
No, it's functional.
It deeply immerses the reader and adds profound layers of meaning to the environment itself. Fangorn isn't just a place where the hobbits hide. It's a living, breathing entity that subtly guides them, offering a sanctuary that comes with its own profound implications for the larger war.
It's a testament to Tolkien's unique ability to make the very landscape of Middle-earth an active, conscious participant in its own destiny.
Beautifully put.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, what does this all mean for our understanding of the Two Towers and, indeed, of heroism itself?
Where do we land?
Well, from their terrifying capture to their unexpected escape into a magical ancient forest, Merry and Pippin's journey in the Uruk-hai chapter is truly a masterclass in character development, thematic depth, and narrative suspense.
It really packs a punch.
It does. They begin as vulnerable captives, seemingly inconsequential almost liabilities, and transform into courageous, clever catalysts.
A huge arc in just one chapter, really.
Definitely. They demonstrate an innate bravery that doesn't rely on physical might. They seize opportunity amidst overwhelming chaos. They find unexpected allies in the ancient forces of nature. And through it all, they profoundly prove that the small and seemingly insignificant can indeed influence the course of history in monumental, often unforeseen ways.
It's a story that urges us never to underestimate the quiet heroes, the unexpected sparks that ignite great change.
Yeah.
And to put this in a larger context, this deep dive into Merry and Pippin's journey powerfully illustrates how even in moments of profound peril and uncertainty, there are often hidden opportunities and unexpected allies waiting to emerge.
You just have to see them.
Exactly. It's a powerful reminder that our perception of who or what is powerful might be far too narrow, often overlooking the subtle, intrinsic strengths that exist beyond conventional measures of might or status.
Yeah, power isn't always obvious.
No, it's a compelling call to look beyond the obvious, the loud, the grand, and find deep significance in the often overlooked and the unassuming.
Perhaps as you reflect on Merry and Pippin's journey, you might find yourself thinking about this next time you face a seemingly overwhelming challenge.
In your own life.
Yeah, whether in your work, your personal life, or even in trying to understand complex global issues. Where are the moments of chaos that could open up an unexpected opportunity? What hidden strengths or allies might be waiting for you in your own Fangorn forest, in places or people you haven't considered?
The quiet places, the forgotten corners.
They often hold the most profound and unexpected power, just waiting to be discovered.
Which leads to a final thought, maybe. This prompts an important question for you to ponder. In your own life, or within the fields you're most curious about,
Yeah.
what are the small and seemingly powerless elements that are, in fact, poised to significantly influence the course of events or understanding? How might you look differently at the unexpected, the seemingly insignificant detail, or the unassuming figures around you?
Realizing they might hold the key.
Realizing they might just hold the key to the next great turning point. Something to